Oh shit, we're back, finally back to this series of Master of PVM, where I try to get all of the boss pets and all of the unique boss drops from bosses that matter. I hope you guys didn't forget about this thing. I definitely didn't. I just have been working on a lot of other stuff, like my Clue series. I've been doing so much other stuff that it was kind of hard to get content done for this series. Either way, you guys know the drill. Let's go to the bosses. So on my last episode, which was like in May, so I kind of failed at being a little consistent, but people suggested that I should do a different boss, like Dagannoth Kings, or something solo where I can actually work at the pet. And I ended up picking Dagannoth Kings, and it's a good thing I did because they are one of my favorite bosses, because back in the day, they were my first PVM boss. They were what brought me into PVM. But of course, I have to get all the pets, so it's going to take a long time. I didn't really do so much kills in this episode for DKs, because I did focus on the other boss that I will talk about a lot more. But you guys can expect a lot more DK content in the future. But let's stop rambling. As for this episode, I haven't been to DKs in a long time, so it was kind of a learning process again. And I get around 120 to maybe 125 kills per hour. Not the best, so I've heard. I don't know if that's good or not, but it seems good to me. 8 hours would give me 1,000 kills, and that sounds good to me. But at least in the earlier kills, I was pretty lucky. I got several hatchets, and they were all like very, very close to each other. Like the third and the fourth hatchet that I got were almost back to back. I think there was only one, or maybe even at the most 2 kills in between the 2 hatchets. So I thought that was kind of cool. But as for rings, I did get 3 archer rings, and I also did get 1 warriors and 1 berserker. So I am missing these seers, but obviously because I have to do so many of these kills, it doesn't really matter. It's really the pets I have to look out for. But yeah, there's really not much I can say about these DKs. They're pretty straightforward. I got moderately lucky. I got 6 hatchets and all the rings that I talked about. And there is no sign of the pet yet, but I'm only, 600 kills in, so it doesn't really matter, right? So that's that, but I wanted to move on to the next boss, which you guys are familiar with. I do this pretty much every episode now, but oh my god, this episode is ridiculous. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys are gonna have to prepare yourselves for this. It's insane how lucky I got during Araxor this time around. So as you guys might remember, in the last episode, I did end off with like an eye and a leg in the same kill. Obviously, I can't beat that because that's just a once-in-a-lifetime type deal. But I did get extremely lucky. And it started off on kill 230, so about 20 kills into the actual episode. I got a middle leg, which was the first leg of my new leg that I'm working on. So I was quite happy about that, but that doesn't mean I have to work on the Path 1, Path 3, which I'm not too fond of either of those, but Path 1 is kind of passable. But lucky me, I got the top leg just 15 kills later on the first kill of the day, so that was a nice morning present from Jagex. And not even kidding, 20 kills later, I got my bottom leg. So I finished an entire leg in 35 kills, which is awesome considering I went like 200 dry on the final leg piece on my previous leg, if you guys remember that. So I'm glad that my leg luck is coming back, and I just knew that this episode was going to be killer. I originally wanted to save that leg for when I get a hilt to maybe snipe a good profit, but I ended up selling it later for 126.7 mil, so not too shabby. And just 39 kills later, so not too long, I got another middle leg, so I started my third leg now, and oh my god, 3 kills later, during the same whole session, I got a bottom leg. You guys don't know how excited I was after I got that, and I called it on stream too, so it made me laugh extremely hard, and, I was just happy as hell. So all I was thinking was, let's finish this leg, come on, let's get a top leg, but boy was I wrong. I got a web 19 kills later on 326. That is the first web in almost 300 kills. I was so happy because it was also my first hilt for a while as well. And I was just like, my luck is just not going to end. And nope, it didn't. Another 25 kills, I got a Fang, which you guys should know is not that amazing. But I was slightly happy that now I have all of the drops of Araxor, so I don't have to hunt the Fang at the end of the series, type thing. But I obviously have to get the last 2 pets. So I was going to end the kills right there because that would have been enough kills for me, and I got a lot of drops during the Araxor kills. But I'm like, you know what? I need to get to 500 kills for a loot video. Let's keep going. And I ended up getting another web on 365. So, yeah, I got 3 hilts in about 40 kills, which is just mind-fucking how lucky that is. And 2 of the hilts are good hilts as well. And at the time, the web was the best hilt as well. So, I didn't want to wait to have that leg finished, so I ended up just buying 2 spider legs and making 2 Nox long bows from my webs, and I sold both of them for 74 mil profit each. That was a nice 150 mil almost in, 40 kills. I couldn't ask for more. So that was that for this episode of Araxor kills, and it was like roughly, I would say, 150-ish kills, something like that, like 154. So there were a lot of Araxor kills in this episode, but just think about it. I got 5 leg pieces and 3 hilts. Like, holy shit, how lucky can I get in 150 kills? Well, if you're still conscious from all of that amazing luck, let's go into the slides and see how these bosses stacked up this time around. First up, we talked about DKs, and there you go. I already told you the amounts that I have, and we have a measly 633 kills. But, again, I really wanted to focus on Araxor this episode. And here we are with the Araxor. I am at a solid 365 kills, and hopefully I can reach 500 by the time I talk about this boss again. As for the stats, we did add about 37 hours of PVMing in here, and most of it was from the Araxor, obviously. We did add 3 full Triskelion keys, because Araxor does drop that a lot. And I actually was quite lucky with scales this episode. I got like 20 or so, or something like that. No effigies, but the range experience has increased so much as well. The magic experience is really lagging behind, but hopefully that changes up. But yeah, that's basically it for the stats. And for the pets, there is no change, so don't need to talk about that. But still, DKs, come on, please. So with the episode done, I'm going to move on to how much money I've made in this episode alone, and I'll show you little snippets of my tab. Alrighty, you know the drill. Here we go with the bank, and here is the tab. And hot diggity damn, here is my cash stack. 650 mil. That might seem pretty like outrageous, but it's pretty accurate. Surprisingly, like my Araxor alone is like 580 mil cash from me selling legs and selling hilts and all that kind of stuff. And Rago, I think I have like 60 mil. So it's very accurate. It's probably around 650 or 660. It just so happened my cash stack is like the value I have in this Master PVM tab. So I did get a lot of Onyx bolts this episode, a lot of Onyxes, a lot of Ceramic scales like I showed you, and a lot of magic seeds from Araxor. But let's move on to my rare items tab. So a lot has changed because of the DKs. And I do have these 2 legs like I talked about. Hopefully I can get that top. Like, come on, that's 160 mil right there. Just imagine. And I do have this Fang. I don't think I'll ever use it unless like Scythe is like an obscene profit compared to what it is now. I think it's either loss or like 1 mil profit. So I don't even want to make it, to be honest. So yeah, that was the tab. Now let's see how much I made from each of the bosses this episode. So yeah, for the DKs, I profited about 17 mil, which is decent. Not amazing, not terrible. So I'll take it. But it's nothing compared to the Araxor drops that I got. Ignoring supplies, I made a profit of 393 mil from Araxor. Just in this episode alone. I basically doubled my tab of Araxor. And remember, I still have that leg almost done. If I get that top leg, I would be even higher. So my Araxor tab is about 857 mil alone. If I sell that leg that I'm about to finish, I'll be over $1 billion. So if you remember from the last episode, I know it was a long time ago, but I was at 892 mil total Master PVM tab of everything. And now with this episode, I am at 1,302 mil. So 1.3 billion from the series so far in just the 5th episode. And nearly $1 billion is just coming from Araxor. I can't even describe this. This is amazing. Like I said, guys, in the beginning, I was extremely lucky, and you guys are seeing why. Like, look at this. How much money I made. Either way, hopefully in the next few episodes, I will continue this lucky streak that I'm having with this series, and maybe snag a pet somewhere. But I am planning on doing other bosses rather than just sticking to my guns and doing a Raxor. I want to switch it up. So I will be doing some Nex and KK and Corporal Beast, hopefully in the next few episodes, and make it a little more interesting for you guys. So that's it for me. I just have to sit down for a few minutes and just take this all in because 1.3 bill is fucking insane. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'm definitely enjoying it. If you are, drop a like, drop some feedback, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet for videos similar to this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.